So before I go over the kit, let's talk about the price of the kit. So when the kits first came out, that Airlift made, it was going around for 4,250. Uh, During on Black Friday sales, different holidays coming up, they were going around for 3,800. And I'm talking about what I'm talking about for 3,800. I'm talking about Airlift Performance 3H. So the 3H comes with the 3H comes with the height sensors, the front and rear struts, the manifold, the controller, and it comes with a tank, the two compressors, and a second wire harness for the compressors. So it basically comes with everything. That's the price you're getting with everything. So it comes with all of that stuff. Even on sales now, since Airlift Performance stuff has been out for a while, Black Friday deals come around, they're even becoming cheaper than that. It's coming down to 3,200. And you might think, yes, this is a lot of money for air suspension, but you guys have to also think about the amount of benefits that you guys get. So right now I have the car aired up. So as you guys can see, the benefits that what you get with Airlift Performance or air suspension as a whole for AccuAir and Airlift Performance is I can air this car all the way up. As you guys can see, the car is all the way aired up, and I could get over speed bumps, construction zones where you're at like a gas station and it's hard for you to get up, which I had that issue even today on my way to work and going on my lunch break. There was construction, and with the ride height I'm at, I would have not been able to get out the complex. But luckily on air suspension, I was able to get out the air suspension without banging my fenders up and damaging my front lip, side skirts, or rear lip. I was able to air up and not mess up my fenders, and I was able to air up and get out of the parking construction without any harm to my car or anything, which is amazing. And after that, you look to yourself and be like, wow, it was really worth the money to be able to get air suspension, because you definitely get to basically drive this car anywhere you want to go. Speed bumps, high areas to get up hills. If you got to go in a gas station in the city where it's hard to get into the gas station, this Airlift Performance is the perfect setup. Let's say you go travel someplace and you leave your car outside of the hotel at nighttime. You can air this car up all the way to the ground. There is no way someone is taking your car when you have this car slammed to the ground. That is one amazing feature. There is no way someone can steal your wheels with this car being slammed to the ground. There's no way someone can steal your car with this car slammed to the ground, literally. There is no way. So that is one of the best features in my opinion. Getting in and up out of parking spots, you're getting into your garage, your driveway, anywhere you go, park your car, slam it to the ground, you have that comfort of knowing your car is going to be there, because your car is literally outside sitting on the ground. So those, I would say, are one of the two best benefits you can get out of air suspension, which is pretty dope and amazing, as you guys can see here. That is really high off the ground, and you could definitely see the amount of like 3, possibly 4 finger gaps right there, which is pretty amazing, and how high up I'm off the ground from my front lip. So highly recommend bags. That is the big benefit. Being able to set it to soft and hard anytime you want to, and have 30-way adjustable dampening is amazing, guys. I would definitely highly recommend this, especially having the ability to go from pressure and height mode. So for all the money that you're spending on this, you get the bang, I would say the best bang for your bucks overall, without messing your car up and driving your car anywhere you want to go. That is pretty amazing in my eyes, especially with me daily driving this car. And I tell you, with the situation I had earlier today with getting out of a place where they was doing construction, and they digged up the ground, and it was like a big dip that they dug up the road, and I was able to air up and not mess up my car, is pretty amazing. Because when I get to my ride height, the front lip, side skirts, and rear lip is pretty low to the ground at my ride height. So that is amazing, and I'm so glad I spent the money to get this system right here. And the driving and cornering is amazing, and the comfort on this car, it feels like you're riding on a stock suspension car, but you're really lowered so close to the ground, right above the tire. Is amazing, guys. I highly recommend bags. So you definitely get all of that for the bang of your buck. So this right here is my trunk setup with the tank and the 2 compressors right there. Pretty simple and straightforward setup, which is pretty dope and amazing. So as I told you guys, with the whole setup, the front, the rear suspension, the tank, the 2 compressors, the second wiring harness, and the manifold, the controller, and the wiring harness for the whole system, which is dope. And it comes with all these fittings and everything. So it comes with everything for the kit. The only thing that doesn't come with this kit is they sold separately is these insulator kits to help with vibration from the tank. That's about it. So I want to show you guys all the connections to the tank. So for the tank, you have a 5-port tank right here. So as you guys can see, with Teflon tape on the end of the threaded line for the tank, you just thread it in with Teflon tape for each side. First compressor, second compressor. You have a deadbolt right there. You plug the deadbolt because you're not going to need it. Teflon tape it, put the deadbolt in. Teflon tape the fitting for the bottom of the tank to drain the tank, so when the compressors come on, they get really hot and suck air into the tank. And sometimes with it being really hot, you might form water in the tank, so you use this to help get the air out of the tank. Also, you have this fitting right here, and this is what pumps all the air from out of the tank into the management. So you guys are probably wondering, where's my water trap? So my water trap is connected to the tank as well, but it's hidden underneath my spare wheel well right here. So as it connects here from the side of the tank right there, it goes down here from the side and goes to my water trap, which my water trap is right here. And the water trap has a hole at the bottom, and it drains out just like that, as you guys see. And my water trap has 2 fittings on the side, and then it goes all the way around to the side, as you guys see right there, to the port right here to the manifold. Also, you guys know when you guys hear my car air out, you don't hear the big psh go off. This is what releases all the air, and you hear the car go psh. If I decide to route an airline outside of the car, from the bottom of my seats outside of the car, you will be able to hear the loud airing out of the psh noise, which I decided I didn't want to have all of that noise, but that is how you get the car to air out silent without running this hose. You can just hear the psh inside of the car, and you won't be able to hear it outside of the car, which is pretty dope. So if you want to be incognito and not hear it air out, just do not route an airline outside the car. So I'm going to show you guys the main reason why I like Airlift Performance over Accurate, and the main reason is the wiring harness. So let me show you guys. So as we get behind my tank and 2 compressors, this right here is called the manifold. So when you look at the manifold, it has 6 ports at the bottom. So the one all the way to the left, as you guys see the airline into it, all the way over here to the left, that is the front left of the suspension, the front right of the suspension, the rear left of the suspension, and I'm going from left to right. And then the second to last one is the rear right of the suspension, and the one that's right here goes to the tank. And from the tank, the air pushes off from the tank into the manifold, and the brain of the operation pumps air into all four of those lines, which is pretty dope and amazing. That the manifold basically has everything in there that controls your whole system and is basically the brains of the operation. And it also has Bluetooth capabilities inside of the manifold, and everything is in this piece right here plugged up. So one thing I love about Airlift Performance whole setup is the wiring harness. So they have this big plug that connects to the manifold that powers the manifold from the battery. And as you guys can see, how all the wires are neatly tucked in this right here, which is amazing. So everything, all the wires and everything is tucked in one harness, so it makes your job a lot easy. Everything is plug and play. So connected to the harness, it goes into this long harness, and it has, for each side, it has a red and black wire. So it goes into these two female and male connectors, and I could actually unplug these with no problem. So I can unplug these if something goes wrong with the compressor. I can unplug these and take the compressor out with no problem. And these are the second compressor wiring harness relay. So that's one relay right there. The other relay is right there. So there's two. So one connection is going to have one for the compressor, and then when you get the second wiring harness for the second compressor, it's going to have a connection to this, a red and black. So red to red, red to red, black to black, no problem. Everything is straightforward and amazing. These right here, which is also comes with it, these are for the height sensors. So front left, front right, right left, right. Everything is plug and play, which is amazing, guys. Really amazing. So as I showed you guys, plug the main harness in. You got your relay for one compressor, you have the relay for the second compressor, and you have your height sensors right there. Everything plug and play. So you mount your height sensors, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit, and you just plugged it into these right here. Everything is plug and play, which is nicely tucked behind here and is pretty amazing, as you guys can see. So like I was saying, that everything is connected to the harness right there. So run between my carpet right there is the connection to the controller right there. So that's the Airlift Performance controller with that vent cover mount. So as you guys can see, there's a USB connection that goes into the back of the Airlift controller, and you can run it from either side of the car. You can run it through the carpet like mine's is run, or you can run it through the side panel of the car. Also, as you guys see, I have a connection connected to my fuse box with an actual, inside that fuse box that is connected to, you reuse one of those fuse slots, and it also has a fuse in there. So it has this, for example, let's say if anything were to happen to your battery failing, your battery dying or something, it doesn't mess up the harness or anything electric to the manifold. It will just blow the fuse right there. So the fuse right there will blow, and all you have to do is, if your battery were to go bad, get a new battery, which I recommend an Optima battery, which is an Optima yellow top battery, which definitely is known for handling a lot of power, such as subwoofers, etc., bags, etc. So that's what I have, is a yellow top. So if anything were to happen, it will blow the fuse, and all you have to do is replace the fuse, and everything starts working again. So this is under the hood. As you guys can see, I got the blue demon eyes on, looking aggressive. And as you guys can see, this is my yellow top Optima battery. So later down the road, I highly recommend getting an Optima yellow top battery, because as you guys can see, I have multiple stuff in here. Demon eyes, the bags, if I want to get subwoofers, the Optima yellow top battery can be able to power all of these for a long time. And also the Optima battery comes with a 5-year warranty. If anything were to go bad with the battery, they will give you a brand new battery. So you can get these at AutoZone at your local parts store, which is pretty dope. So here is the 2 connections that goes from through the engine back there, and as you can see, they go right here and they go right here to the battery, which is pretty dope. And as you guys can see right here, we have 2 more fuses in here. Here are the 2 fuses right here, and as you guys can see, 30 has a 30 amp fuse right here, and these 2 are for the compressors. One is for the one compressor, this one's for the other compressor. So that is pretty dope. If anything were to happen with the compressors, for some reason the compressors are not working or they're not coming on or something, you can check the fuses. If the fuses are blown, replace the fuse and the compressors will start working again. So if you're having trouble or issues where your compressor is not working, just all you have to do is ensure and check the fuses and make sure the fuse is not blown. And also you have 2 black wires that run for the negative. I want to show you guys this as well. So let's say I want to adjust my dampeners, right? You just take this off, right? It pops right out, and I can adjust my dampening from right here to hard and soft right on top of the strut. See there, that is the front bag. As you guys can see right there, this is the height sensor right there, which is pretty dope. As you guys can see, this is the rear of the suspension. Where the spring normally goes, there's the bag right there. That is the suspension right there next to the right. And then as you guys can see, that little rod pointing down, that is the rod that goes to the rear camber arm right there, and the sensor goes right there and connects to it, which is pretty dope. And as you guys can see, for the Honda Civic Si, the exhaust is re-welded away from the bag. So that is only one thing with the Honda Civic Si, is you have, depending on your exhaust size, you have to re-weld the rear of the axle of the exhaust away from the bag, which is pretty cheap to get done and really easy. So that is no problem to deal with. And basically guys, that is the whole plug and play setup for the Airlift performance setup. Pretty simple and straightforward plug and play, right? What's going on, guys? So if you guys like this video, definitely smash the like button, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell to be notified on new videos dropping. Also, I see that we're so close to hitting 2K. We're less than 100 subscribers away. So if you're new, subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more dope content and mods for my car, the 2011 Honda Civic Si, and another car that we're going to be bagging. So stay tuned. I got a surprise for you guys. So subscribe to the channel now. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed with the upcoming videos coming this spring, this summer, and so on. So subscribe to the channel now. But that's it for the video, guys. If there's anything that you want to achieve, find your inner drive, the thing that drives you to take a step forward every single day, and make it happen. Peace.